Okay, so today I want to find out how powerful NVIDIA's 750 Ti is compared to modern day games. So I've had it for the past 2 years and it's been nothing but amazing experiences for me. So I want to share with you how good it is for the money. The test bench I will be using today is my actual computer, which has an i3-4160 processor from Intel, 16GB of Kingston HyperX Fury Blue RAM, an OCZ Tryon 150 SSD, and the golden child of today's video, the beautiful 750 Ti. Going by the title of this video, I wanted to find out how much performance I could squeeze out of the 750 Ti. So I decided to overclock this graphics card to 175 MHz more to the core clock and 500 MHz more to the memory clock. So I'll be benchmarking some modern day games as well as some games that were released around the same time as this graphics card or earlier, so that you can accurately see how much performance $150 can get you. For the first benchmark, we have the Unigine Heaven stress test, just to see how high of a score this card could get, and I was actually very pleased with how the card did here. Running at medium settings 1080p with tessellation set to moderate and anti-aliasing set to maximum, it gave a nearly constant 33 frames per second on average, with its maximum going as high as 56. Dipping was very rarely seen, except on the very heavily tessellated areas, where the graphics card would go as low as 7.9. But seeing as the Heaven benchmark is a benchmark that is demanding, even for higher end PCs, and that anti-aliasing was set on maximum, the frame rate received here was pretty impressive. Not too bad. 750 Ti. Not too bad at all, mate. For the next benchmark, I decided to go with BioShock Infinite, which is a game from 2012. However, its graphics are actually quite beautiful, and even this game can get pretty demanding at some points. Running the benchmark at high settings 1080p, the frame rate on average hovered at around 85 frames, dipping to 5.8 in more intense areas, and going as high as 148 frames per second. That's crazy. So next up is Metro Last Light. Now, I had this game running at the medium preset on 1080p, and it played alright. I saw average frame rates of 35.6, only dipping down to 8.8 on very taxing moments. Surprisingly enough, at its maximum frame rate, it achieved 107.6 frames. Metro Last Light is a very demanding game as well, so I guess these scores are impressive. Now, Dying Light may not be a perfect game, but it actually has pretty good graphics that could be really demanding. Running at medium 1080p, I saw an average of 54 frames per second, with the game only dipping as low as 45 and going as high as 65, so it was a very smooth experience overall. Finally, I will be benchmarking Fallout 4, the newest game on my list. I set the game at the low preset and was very surprised with the frame rate, which stayed at 65 most of the time, only dipping down to 46 in the large city areas and sometimes going as high as 90 frames. All of this from a card that wasn't even powerful in 2013. So, can you game on the 750 Ti? Honestly? Yes. I mean, it's not PC Master Race levels of performance, and you're not going to be able to max out your games at 1080p, but if you want to do indie games, or you want to play older games like Dishonored, then this graphics card is absolutely perfect for you. And for the past 2 years, I've had nothing but good experiences with this card. I mean, it's actually gotten better, because when it first came out, it cost around about $230 to $240. Now, you can get it for around about 175, well, Australian dollars that is. So would I recommend this card? Absolutely. How'd that take an entire week for me to do? Seriously, I started it on Monday, and now it's Wednesday of the next week. You know what? I quit. A little Shrek doll, you see? That's Pop Movies, and there's DreamWorks Shrek. And you got Donkey, Puss in Boots, and of course, the golden child of today's video, Shrek. You see right there? See? He doesn't have a mouth. You don't need a mouth. You don't need a mouth when you're as beautiful as Shrek. You know, I'd give this 10 out of 10. Would Shrek again.